That will do. And Riot keeps balancing the game in this nonsensical way for as long as I can remember. And whenever the balance of the game gets out of hand, they have to introduce a major change and it gets reverted in the future because it's stupid as well. That's what happens when you have people that don't even know how to play the game balancing it. Not to mention using their own solo queue experiences as data for balance.
Dude, Freak got his cheeks clapped by an elo boosting Diana Drungle, and now he's nerfing the role. Freak, she's Challenger! She's Challenger playing in your Mickey Mouse elo, it's not fair! It's not because Jungle's broken, she's just playing in 3 tiers below her skill level.
Using win rate statistics for balancing like the most stupid and lazy people, they just get a free salary for doing little to nothing. Some champions even stay in the dust of Earl. Balancing is the most ridiculous and stupid thing I've ever seen. And every patch you gotta keep track of what these clowns come up with to keep the game quote-unquote fresh. Also, the main purpose of this game has been selling skins and making money from League addicts for many years now, not the gameplay. Not to mention the franchise is being carried by the art department. So why not save yourself the stress and stop playing a game that's in the hands of clowns that are clueless of what they're doing. Time. Let's talk about how much time this game actually sucks out of your life. So when I was a teenager that still went to school, I had plenty of time that I didn't know what to do with. Now as an adult with obligations, I cannot emphasize how valuable every free hour is, and to be wasting it on this game that doesn't add anything to my life is a slippery slope to misery. That's why I knew I had to stop entertaining this time-wasting activity. Okay now, just for the simplicity, let's say one game takes 15 minutes including champ select. When you lose a game, you gotta win 2 games to actually make progress and make up for the loss. That's 2.5 hours down the drain just to make a minuscule progress. And that brings us to the next point, which is the ladder system. The ranking system. The ranked system is still the same since I don't know when. It's the stupidest thing I've ever come across. It is so that the higher your win rate is, the worse teammates you'll get, and the stronger enemies you'll get. So this system is trying to keep you at 50% win rate as much as it can, meaning that some games are just lost from the beginning, because the system gives you the worst players possible against actual smurfs. Talk about wasting time. My priorities. This game has a lot of information you need to keep in mind if you want to play it right, such as champion abilities, cooldowns, items, timings. Plus, you gotta keep updating this database regularly. As an adult that wasn't making a living out of this game, it made me wonder if investing so much of my mind to it was really worth it. Now, when the pro scene was at its infancy, I used to watch streams, vlogs and videos of pro players and streamers, and it was actually inspiring. I thought it would be so cool to live with your homies and play video games. This seemed as the ultimate dream to happiness. As a student, I had plenty of time to pour into this game and strive for the dream, but when we look at the content online, we only see the 1% that succeeded, but we never see the 99 that didn't. Some people even ruined their lives chasing this dream. For every person that succeeds, millions fail. I was amongst the 99%. There are even worse cases of guys in PC cafes that died because of hunger or lack of sleep, just because they were addicted to gaming. But you don't have to go through such extreme experiences to understand the negative effects. After many years of gaming, I understood that I cannot invest my time, mind and energy to this thing that doesn't serve me anymore. I still try to utilize it for making gaming content, but deep down I knew that it's not something I want to be doing for the rest of my life. Whenever I started a game, I always regretted the wasted time and experience of toxicity. Since I stopped playing this game, I started feeling much better, and was able to pursue other things that were more meaningful to me. You can see the effects of gaming on the streamers that have been gaming as a living for over a decade now. They are still like children because all they do is playing games all day and not actually developing themselves in the real world. The thing with gaming is, you either let it go completely or you don't. There is no in between, no matter what people tell you. And I know it's hard to let go of the only thing you're good at and are familiar with because you spend so much time on it. But ultimately, you'll have to make a choice. To be a gamer that's stuck in the virtual world or to start playing in the real world.
Peter?
You kind of know, really.
You don't know who he is?
Yeah, I do know.
Double Lift, yeah. Double Lift, this is Daphne.
What's up?
Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah.
Dota 2 is one of the best games ever made. There were honestly times where I felt like it is a 10 out of 10. Best game ever, best mobile I ever played, best game I ever played, better than Heroes of the Storm, better than Warcraft 3 even. In the moments that I was enjoying it, the game was insane. And you kind of hear it already. I'm not enjoying it as much right now, but it's not because it's not a good game. It has the best client that I've ever played with. The music is okay, the gameplay is insane, insanely good, very satisfying when you win. It constantly drives you to strive to get better and so on and so forth. But there's just one little problem. Some members of the community. I'm not going to generalize and say it's everybody, but there's too many. Too many people that are either watching or that you're playing with in solo queue ranked that just don't know how to have a good time anymore. These people are afraid of failure, they're afraid and paranoid of their teammates all the time. They don't know what it's like to just have fun anymore, to practice, to try and get better, that it's sometimes okay to lose. So I'm not sure if I feel like playing the game anymore. This is not definitively the end for me. I recently took a 3-week break and I had a great time playing all kinds of different games. But in those 3 weeks, I didn't really miss Dota 2. I took the break because there were too many people that came to my chat if I'm practicing something that I'm not good at yet. And then saying, hey streamer, this hero that you're practicing that you're not good at yet, you're not good at him yet. Except the way that they say it is, this is 1k MMR at best. I'm 6k MMR by the way, took me 1.5 years. They would say things like, if you were on my team I would be reporting you, why are you griefing? This hero is not for you. And everyone starts somewhere, everyone starts practicing somewhere. And in the 1.5 year that I've played Dota 2, I came a long way. I'm so grateful for the reception that I've had in the Dota scene. I just started innocuously playing Dota 2 one day. Part of my variety journey, I was going to try League, I was going to try Dota, and Dota 2 got its teeth in me. And it sounds predatory when I say that, but really, Dota 2 changed my life for the better. It was super pog, it was super hype starting to play Dota 2. The community was very welcoming. Pro players, streamers, they either knew me from Warcraft 3 times and my accomplishments, or they were curious to get to know me. And I was curious to get to know them. Now, I know the game a lot better, and I appreciate the heck out of the Dota 2 creators that are there. People that have coached me. Welcome. I've been playing games pretty much my whole life, and I would like to share with you number 10. Number 10 is Populous 2 Trials of the Olympian Gods. That is actually the first RTS that I ever remember playing in logical setting, and all create a tool for themselves to relate that you would end up doing. You would raise terrain, lower terrain of a cast orb, so interfill anymore, then put it in normal. You could recruit humans, orcs, all of the for the bats. I believe this is where the series peaked when you're in your next turn, and then you were a time Age of Wonders features games suffers on helpful. I feel like they're in Civilization. Archer Flood is vulnerable to it, and you have Super, which is basically that can give you some cool, or it's in my last couple of that actually feels a lot like reproducing the game, going for the downfall mod because it starts as for our own faction. And I found that always the difference as well in that world. When you started StarCraft Brood War or StarCraft Original, it immediately greeted you with music that just was absolute music to your ears. And the voice lines are iconic and good to this day. Even with all of our technology and all of the resources that are available in this day and age, we still see countless games coming out that do not capture the magic that StarCraft Brood War did. Say an offshoot fun controlling just one hero. I started playing it with friends because I kept hearing my wife laugh from the other room, having so much fun with the game, and I wanted to go play with them. In the meantime, I was crying because I kept losing to Swarmhost in StarCraft 2, having 3-hour games that seemed interminable. I would end my stream tilted every single time. Meanwhile, my wife was laughing from the other room so hard that I could hear it. I thought, I want to get in on some of that fun action. Maybe there is a life after StarCraft 2, and there was. Heroes of the Storm was my first full-time streaming game. With my wife and some friends. Meanwhile, I should be kind of practicing for StarCraft 2, but I really didn't have the heart for it anymore at the end of 2014. It's a career who's recommended is the instead of to also make more income at high. It's bold. I'm in and for 40 times, and I started and it ran through the highest out there. It is my number 4 of all time. Number 3 is actually introduced to me by someone that at the time was working at BlizzCon Battleground. I knew it's going to be a big thing. So Hearthstone Battlegrounds came out. We played the classic game, just standard. Then there was arena mode as well, which we loved. I played 2 Christmases, one Christmas and then the next year's Christmas as well with my wife side by side. We're both playing arena, both complaining about the opponent's 4th Flame Strike and their amazing card luck. But we had our share of and they don't. And during that BlizzCon, and then I couldn't be batted out of the room with a baseball bat. Yes, I was stuck. I had friends there that I was connecting with as well. That's number 2. But I cannot 100% separate the community from the game, as it is a multiplayer game. Now, the community definitely coming. The journey started, and I tried Counter-Strike, and many other games per day to get exactly the knowledge requirement for the game is basically infinitely high, even to the point where the best professional gamers in Dota 2 do not know how to quote every stat by heart and do not know how every interaction is going to unfold when asked about it. It all into some frustrations, and if you allow those to build up, then you may become that which you once reported. And because I did not want to become that, I distanced myself from the game for now. But I have not uninstalled the game yet. After all, Dota 2 is my number 2 favorite game of all time now. I think it is a wonderful game of all time. Also StarCraft 2. For a living, as a pro gamer and as a streamer. Traumas, be mad anytime I talk about the game. The worst one is allowed to be talked about. And I do have a bunch of symptoms that are akin to it. I get very mad anytime I talk about the game. Even though by rights, when I think about it, I shouldn't get mad. there's my intelligence saying I shouldn't get mad. If you don't like a game, then just don't play it. You buy the game, that's the only, and then you enjoy it. That is the only transaction between you and the developer. Any other expectation is entitlement. I get all that, and still I get mad when I think and talk about the game, because I think an RTS should be very careful to include free unit generation. I think you should be very careful about it. Swarm host locust, infestor infestaterans, broodlord broodlings, and I feel like the game has never been really balanced in a design point. Not the one that I've lord slapped and say the truck, if that's what you're looking from me. Extremely from the craft play hard play. Oh my god, changing, and then it was one of my favorite and is my favorite game of all time. No way, I know, right? No way. Warcraft 3, not Reforged, true, not Reign of Chaos. Warcraft 3 The Frozen Throne. Warcraft 3 The Frozen Throne, let's see. It got me out of high school and into a career. I found my girlfriend, now my wife, through it, and she was a major fan of the game as well. Before that, of course, I just fell in love with the game. I was still in high school, and I just loved the concept of an RTS that combined with RPG elements. Voice mult. I zerg, I make my hatchery. Before you know it, some douchebag took his medevac, his dropship I should say, put a siege tank in it, 3 marines and an SCV, and he dropped them on the cliff on Lost Temple, and he started shelling away on my extractor. He's got a siege tank there. You know, for the greatest strengths of Warcraft 3. You're much less vulnerable to cheese, so you get to play the game every time. Additionally, unlike in SC2 and SC1, if you are 5% better than your opponent in Warcraft 3, I feel like that weight generally matters. You are actually able to win very consistently against people that you're better than. Whereas in StarCraft 2, I could be rank 20 on the ladder and I could lose to rank 200s if they simply rolled the dice and threw a certain build order that happened to counter mine. And even if you try to be like an uncounterable build order in StarCraft 2, you could still be countered by something extremely greedy. So there was sometimes no winning to it. I know it's partially a skill issue as well, but it was always enough in Warcraft 3 to come back as long as you're better, because there was so much space and flexibility and elasticity in every part of the game, the skill expression in battles, that it didn't come down to build orders. The kind of black and white instant victory conditions that StarCraft, Brood War or SC2 had didn't apply in the same way in Warcraft 3. It's just a less cheesy game. It's not perfect, I know that now, especially with more perspective on other games, but the hero fantasy, the replayability, the extreme replayability of Warcraft 3, and how every game feels different because of different items, hero combinations and whatnot, so many different maps, and not even to speak of the map editor and all the different games and genres that it ended up sparking. The fact that its engine works better than StarCraft Brood War, and that you have these interesting moments where you can body block reliably or break free from body blocks, surround or break free from them with extensive micro, that really rubbed me the right way, and it's why it's my all-time favorite game, Warcraft 3. So, there you have it, some of my favorite games of all time. I'm interested to hear, if you have made it this far to the video, what are your favorite games? You can give me your top 5 and maybe I'll check out some of them to be played sometime, or at least I can have some fun with it. I do read all comments for all the videos that I upload here, so it'll be interesting to see. And if you have made it this far and you enjoyed this content, please consider hitting a subscribe. I see that over 80% of people that watch the video aren't subbed, which is awesome because it means the YouTube algorithm is working. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if this is a reminder and you like it, then you can do it. And well, if you don't want to do it, then you don't have to do it.
Give me gold again. Come on. There it is. There it is. Gold again. That's a pretty satisfying.
darker secret, with hidden lore to be found around the world, brutal survival mechanics like thirst and hunger, and constant updates checking out. For a month since its early collecting, with a deep, typical set the standard for others that followed it, awakening on a beach in the nude with survival, making other titles. Void is an expansive 2.5D survival RPG sandbox, though the game activities rival zombie games to ever exist. Though the game has been in early access for over a decade at this point, the hyper-ambitious Build 42 has been under development for some time and will unlock a whole new host of possibilities. Though the epic Viking saga known as Valheim was released a couple of years, full game to it drops a co-op survival game, as it's also a city builder and society earth and managing technology tiers. A title is Frostpunk is an interesting take on the survival game, as it's also a city builder and society management simulation. Controlling a society after a devastating chill covers the earth in ice and snow. In Frostpunk, it's up to people to make decisions for the populace while early access title survival with caves, forests, dungeons, and a wide open world. It's one of the better survival games set in a fantasy setting that's out right now. In addition, there's 16-player co-op gameplay, providing a lot of potential for larger than average party sizes. Is the role of a ravenous vampire that must rebuild their to the sun's top, and Kit was a 2-point serve together is a co-op affair with up to with reception for arc survivalists and up studio